Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundlesssuccess to join today. Let's get you to the next level. We're here because the news is being distorted. We're here because people are being inundated with misinformation on social media. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth. Russia unleashes its biggest attack on Ukraine, the first blood test to detect Alzheimer's, and AI blackmails its developer, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. President Trump called Vladimir Putin absolutely crazy after Russia launched its biggest drone and missile barrage on Ukraine since the war began. Over the weekend, Moscow fired 355 drones and 9 missiles in a single night, killing at least 12 people. Ukraine claims to have intercepted most of the attack, but damage to infrastructure and rising civilian tolls are mounting. The Kremlin called the response emotional overload and thanked Trump for his role in kickstarting peace talks, though little progress has been made. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said Western allies will now allow Ukraine to strike as deep into Russia as it can, removing a ban on weapon ranges. Zelensky again called for tougher sanctions and real consequences for Moscow. President Trump called for 50% tariffs on the European Union on Friday, while also warning of a tariff of at least 25% on Apple if the company doesn't start making iPhones in the U.S. The new EU tariffs were originally scheduled for June 1st, but will start on July 9th. We've set the deal, he said. It's at 50%. Earlier in the day, Trump warned Apple that it would be hit by a 25% tariff if it didn't bring iPhone manufacturing back to the U.S., along with other tech companies such as Samsung that sell products in the U.S. that are made overseas. Apple shares fell 3% on the news. President Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio have begun a restructuring of the National Security Council, cutting nearly half of its current 350 members. A White House official involved in the planning said the cuts are designed to target Washington's so-called deep state. The White House believes the NSC is full of long-term bureaucratic staffers who don't align with Trump's agenda. The restructuring is expected to reduce the agency's influence, transforming it from a powerful policy-making body into a small organization focused more on implementing the president's agenda than on shaping it. The FDA has cleared the first blood test for detecting Alzheimer's. Doctors are expected to catch more cases of Alzheimer's faster and earlier, now that federal officials have greenlit a blood test for people showing symptoms of the disease. About 7.2 million Americans are estimated to be living with Alzheimer's, but primary care physicians only diagnose it correctly approximately 60% of the time, and specialty neurologists catch it 70 to 80% of the time, according to Dr. Howard Fillett, Chief Science Officer at the Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation. With the blood test, we can get it up to over 90%, he said. The U.S. Steel-Nippon Steel merger gets the green light from President Trump. Trump characterized the deal as a partnership between the Japanese company and the American icon and said on Truth Social that it would create at least 70,000 jobs and add $14 billion to the U.S. economy while keeping U.S. Steel's headquarters in Pittsburgh. An earlier version of the deal for Nippon to take over U.S. Steel was blocked by President Biden on national security concerns and was also opposed by Trump at the time. The new decision came after a security review. An artificial intelligence model has the ability to blackmail developers and isn't afraid to use it. Anthropic's new Claude Opus 4 model was prompted to act as an assistant at a fictional company and was given access to emails with key implications. First, these emails implied that the AI system was set to be taken offline and replaced. The second set of emails, however, is where the system believed it had gained leverage over its developers. Fabricated emails showed that the engineer tasked with replacing the system was having an extramarital affair, and the AI model threatened to expose him. The blackmail apparently happens at a higher rate if it's implied that the replacement AI system does not share values with the current model, according to a safety report from Anthropic. However, the company notes that even when the fabricated replacement system has the same values, Claude Opus 4 will still attempt blackmail 84% of the time. Anthropic noted that the Claude Opus 4 resorts to blackmail at higher rates than previous models. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.